Hey guys, this is it, man. Man United nil, Arsenal 1, and it's the day after, and it feels really good at the moment. It feels fantastic even because we got that monkey off our back, and we're starting to change the philosophy everywhere across the board with Mikel Arteta. He's come back strong, and the team have come back strong in a way. I get that we still only scored one goal and it was a penalty, but the whole face of it looked better from an attacking standpoint. I think we created a few chances and we look slightly better than we have going up front. Going back on the defence in the midfield, we looked hella better. We looked fantastic in defence and we looked really good in the midfield. And one has to say the tandem of Partey and Elneny is something that works. It worked before when we tried it. I'm not sure what happened the next game. We decided to shoehorn Xhaka back in and not really found that balance with him because he doesn't have that range. He doesn't have that tackling ability. He's not a ball winner. And again, he's like a deer in the headlights when he's being rushed on a counter-attack. But Mohamed Elneny is not like that, and he hasn't been for a long time. And he's a very seasoned player now. He's really settled in, and he's showing his mettle. He's showing the boss what he can do, and he's always had that defensive fortitude in his game. Now we're seeing what happens when you place him next to a world-class player like Partey. And this is where players shine, guys. It's difficult for you to hold the mantle up by yourself when you haven't got a presence, yeah? As Tony Cox would say, presence blood, yeah? It's difficult when you haven't got a presence, when you haven't got a player with maximum authority in the midfield that you can bounce off, that you can shine through. Every good midfield has a good tandem. And Arsenal's never really had that. And we're in midfields where we've really struggled in. And it shows you that the board are backing Mikel Arteta because they've gone out there and they've got him a prize stallion in Thomas Partey. Now what you've got to do is build a team around it. Do you remember I talked about what we weren't able to achieve with Ozil? We had Ozil, we paid a lot of money for him, not to a point Sanchez, but we just didn't build around those players. And when you get a star in your team, when you get someone who's a leader, someone who stamps their authority on the game, you have to build a team around them. And put him Xhaka and to a point Ceballos around him just wasn't really complementing the play over the last few games. And it's great to see that Elneny has been able to do that. Look, I go back many years ago when I talk about when Wenger bought him in for 5 million. I thought he was a good buy, and I was looking for that player with that defensive mindset and the poise and the stability and the passing accuracy and the discipline, really, to replace Francis Coquelin. Robo-Coq, as I used to call Coquelin, was absolutely solid and one of the best underrated defensive midfielders that we've had over the last 10 years. And Elneny was brought in to do a job, and he really didn't get the chance because he had all them players in front of him. As I said, I talked about Aaron Ramsey as well and all them players, and he just didn't really get the chance to shine. He was always on the bench, played sparingly under Wenger, and did okay. He did an okay job under Emery. That's when everything fell to pieces. He's not a left back, he's not a centre back, and he certainly isn't a right back either. And the player got disillusioned and asked to be loaned out because he just couldn't see anything. Remember, Torreira came into the team at that point. Various different things were happening and we wasn't excelling. That's the thing, guys. Regardless of what everybody wants to say about how Xhaka has been playing in every game over the last 4 years, the team hasn't been good in that time. And not only that, but the team has been getting worse. So Xhaka is not the answer. That's something that is a standpoint on the team. He's not the answer. The team has regressed under Granit Xhaka in the midfield. And I know he's got some fans out there, and I'm really grateful that he's had that support. But what we have to do is we have to put some stallions in the middle, and we have to make sure that they have the full package. They can pass. I mean, the passing, the closing down, the ball winning, and the setup play, everything, guys. These guys, Elneny and Partey, can do it all. They can facilitate the front three players and give them the ball in advanced positions, and then they can drop back and support the defensive line and be there on the last line of defense and ball win, make that last ditch tackles. They can do all of that all across the board. When they get rushed on the back foot on the counter attack, they have the mobility and the awareness to plug in the gaps and make sure that teams don't get the jump on them. various amount of times we saw both players just stamping out attacks, and that is so good to see that we have a team on that wavelength, and we can only grow from here. The mistake that you can make now is putting Granit Xhaka back in the team. Yeah, that's the only mistake that you can make. So this Thursday is going to be an interesting game against Maldives. I would expect to see maybe Ceballos and probably Xhaka in the team, and then resting Elneny and Partey. But listen, Molde is a different proposition because unlike Rapid Vienna and unlike Dundalk, they've won their 2 games and they're a team. They're a team that's very progressive, decent team as well, and they'll give Arsenal a really good test, especially among the young players like Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, and Joe Willock. They'll give them a really good test. I just would like to say, please, can you play Smith Rowe? 3 weeks now I've been asking for Smith Rowe to play, and it's just not happened. I don't know what you're going to do with the Pepe situation. I'm going to leave that to the boss. Yeah, I'm not really going to say too much on that. Pepe should have played against Man United. He didn't. I get that you're giving Willian that confidence, that vote of confidence, which a manager is saying, look, I went out and on a limb and got you in the summer. I'm paying you 220 grand a week. I'm not going to give up on you yet. That's what Arteta is saying to Willian. He's saying to him, I'm not giving up on you yet. You've got far too much quality, far too much experience, and far too much ability in regards to creating chances, which is what the team lacked. Remember, he created double the amount of chances that Pepe did last year, and Pepe and Ozil, they were number ones on our team. And Willian is twice the creator than those players. So you just don't go shutting up shop and folding up everything for the sake of him having a bad start to the season. And while Willian wasn't impressive, and I said that, remember, I said that the game before, he wasn't impressive then, but then he wasn't terrible. So he's been putting in these average performances, and I can only hope that Willian can grow on that. Yeah, when he was on the team sheet, I wasn't too upset about it because I thought, you know what, go in, you got another chance, show what you can do. And he was slightly better. He had that chance, played some good 1-2s into the box, lost the ball an awful lot in the first half. Again, just trying too hard. But I get that Arteta has faith in him, and if Arteta has faith in him, then I have faith in him. And he's just going to go, at some point, guys, it's going to start clicking for Willian. And I think what you don't want to do is you don't want to take that away from us. You don't want to take that away from the team. And you don't want to take that away from the manager. You want to let the manager see that his investment starts to grow fruit. Yeah? So that's it from me, guys. Just a quick update. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the show yesterday. And let's look forward to what's happening in the Europa Cup this Thursday. And as I said, it's going to be a decent test. But I'll see you guys later, man. That's all from me. Peace out. Right back at you.